Hey, my friends, I want to share an incredible story with you. A story of miracles. God is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Our team this past week in Africa went to a very remote village that our team has been working on for the past 3 years to come in and infiltrate and share the gospel, the hope and love of Jesus Christ with. And our team's been working that soil for many years, cultivating relationships, serving that village, a very remote village, unreached village. A village that is very strong in witchcraft, idol worship, and worshiping many false gods. Their main god there is what they call the snail god. And so, even though that God is not real, that is the God that they worship and serve. And it's amazing just seeing the incredible warfare that went on pre the crusade of us coming and sharing the gospel. First, we had a team there on the ground working, developing relationships and serving that village there, very unreached village. And we had our other team coming and traveling in as well. And our team traveling in, coming in, our part of our team too traveling in, they broke down on the way in, out in a very remote area. Not sure how they're going to get the van and get to the village in time for our crusades. But lo and behold, there was somebody that came along, helped them patch up the van, the pulley that broke, and get them into the village, and not knowing how they were going to get out of there. But it was amazing how God had already pre-knew everything was going to go on. So while our main team was on the ground there in the crusade, they had developed a relationship with a man there who was a mechanic. And so when our other part of our team finally arrived, who was carrying our leadership team, we had a man there already on the ground able to help us fix the van, which transports our team around to our remote areas around Africa. And so God already prepared a man to help us with that. And then when our rest of our team got there in the village, very remote village there was a family that came out of 20 people, and they started creating all kind of division and confusion amongst the village, trying to run our team out of the village, let them know they weren't welcome there, that they could not be there and do what we were set up to do, and to share the hope and love of Jesus with these unreached people. And we've been, like I said, cultivating relationships for 3 years there. So we were welcomed chiefs, welcomed by many, and many were looking forward to it. But there was 20 who were just creating all kind of trouble. And our team just continued to do what they do, and that just reflects Jesus. And so our team continued to pray for people as they were showing up and loving on them. And one of our leaders just stood up and started just playing worship music and inviting Jesus into the atmosphere. And the family that showed up of 20, trying to run people off that were coming to the crusade, trying to run our team out of the village, all that, just being very, very overtaken with evil, all of a sudden started to calm down a little bit. And one of our leaders got up and just started worshiping, and then which led into, he just felt led to share Jesus pre our crusade with these 20 people who were trying to violently run us out of the village, our team out of the village. He started sharing Jesus with them. And lo and behold, all 20 people came to know and confess Jesus as Lord and Savior of their life. It's amazing how the enemy sent them in to try to dismantle the work at what God was doing, and how God showed up and showed off, and how he always does. So all 20 people come to Christ pre the crusade. We had the crusade, which many, many miracles took place. Deaf ears open, blind eyes open. Many people were healed, set free, and over a few thousand people, close to a couple thousand people, came to Christ, which was incredible. And every person received a Bible. The greatest miracle is someone having a living encounter with Jesus and accepting that Jesus as their Lord and Savior. That's the greatest miracle of all. But the team that originally was running to run us out of the village and create all the corruption and division and eventually come to Christ, actually invited our team to come stay in their family in a house there in their village. In their house, they prepared and fed all close to 30 of our team members there, let them stay overnight in this house, and then actually now being a huge instrument God is using to help catalyze our church plant in this village, who has now received the good news of Jesus Christ. And so it's just amazing how God works. Amazing what God is doing all around the world. But I just want to show you firsthand from our pastor here, our lead pastor, leader there in Ghana, how he is ministering and praying over the household actually and the members that welcome us into their household there. And now how there's a strong relationship being cultivated there. So what the enemy tends for bad, God will use for good. Incredible story. And so hope you get something out of it.